Good morning, everyone. Time for your booth tour. This is my booth as it stands for the One of a Kind show coming up next week. Thought I'd give you a little tour. I went with a framework display from a company called Abstracta. It's really cool. It's actually not fully hammered together. I don't know if you can see, there's like gaps and stuff. That's just because it's very hard to take apart and I didn't want to damage it, but I still wanted to get an idea of what it all looks like. So it's pieced together. There is glass that drops in here. It's very heavy, so it's still at home. I'm waiting to be packed in my car. I made the shelves myself. I took pieces of masonite board, 2 of them, and I glued them together, and then I wrapped them in cotton batting and then in muslin, and I used a graffiti marker to paint on the frames. I figured it's an art show and art should be framed, so I went with it. Actually, the frame sketchy idea itself came from a contributor to the new Creative Studios book. I just loved it, so total credit to her for being fabulous and giving me a springboard for an idea. You can see there's enough room here. There won't be glass on the front, so people can reach in and they can touch and they can look. And there's room for a bust. I don't know if I'll use the busts or not. It kind of depends on how the lighting is when we get there. They create a lot of shadow and they kind of take up a lot of space, so we'll see what I have room to display, if I can use them or not, or maybe they'd get moved to corners. I'm not sure. I asked last week about ideas for earring cards. I'll show you what I came up with, and we can keep brainstorming. I got these inexpensive cardstock bookmarks at OOAK Fabrics, and I kind of folded them and drew framework on them, but unfortunately some earrings are too heavy for them or not weighted quite right, so they fall. That, and when you have a few of them together, my dad thinks they look like gravestones. I like them, but I don't want them to look like gravestones. So I think I have to go back to the drawing board on that, but we'll see. So if we pull back a little bit, there's this other feature I had added. The booth is totally custom. Like I worked with a girl named Julia on the phone with Abstracta, and we came up with the design and everything, and the dimensions are all custom, and we added these bars so that I could display pendants. This side has the discs. Over here on this side has the hollows. So I have lots more. I don't think it'll be full by any means, but it'll look good. At the show, this side of the booth will have a wall behind it, so I think they'll pop a bit more. The other pendants on the other side, the discs might have a little trouble, but we'll see. Right about where my kids' pictures are, there will be frames hanging on the wall. I got, or not frames, but rather mirrors in funky color, bright color frames. The mirrors I made myself with the glass that was already in the frames. So I took mercury glass spray paint and sprayed all the glass and popped it back into the mirrors after, or the frames after I painted them the different colors. So kind of hard to explain, but you'll see when I share photos from the show. Where the quilt is, there will be my new signage, And you can see my mannequin back there wearing a tutu. She's going with us. She'll be right about there, where the pole is, or back a couple of feet. And next to her on the wall will be a really big, like 3 foot in diameter, antique mirror that I have. It's actually from Lauren's room. But okay, I think that's about it. My booth for the one-of-a-kind show. Leave me feedback on the earring card thing, because I'm kind of stumped at this point. But there you go. Thanks for stopping by. I'll talk to you again soon.